Morning glory, evening grace, brother and sister. Thank you so much for taking the time to view this video. As you saw the title there, pushing here degrees that we have in philosophy of the like bachelor's and master's level. Eventually plan to have a doctorate as well when we get the material for that. But just wanted to tell everybody about the class. Some of you are familiar with it, already know about it, but just wanted to kind of put a standalone promo here for our philosophy program. Of course, this is really a Bible college that we have. But we also offer this to laymen, like preachers. They have to do a biblical studies or a religion track. But for lay people, they'll get educated in good philosophy, be able to combat this secularization and so forth of our society. I just want to look at a couple of books that we have here that could be well used for the philosophy program. Just plain and simple, Philosophy 101. Philosophy, the Great Thinkers, by Philip Stokes, a well-known philosopher. Of course, this looks at, like a number of philosophers, just a few pages about the more well-known philosophers, like a couple of them preachers, like Augustine. And then, like, also looks at, of course, like Bertrand Russell, Charles Darwin, Daniel Dennett, Immanuel Kant, Epicurus, so a number of our ancient and more recent type philosophers. And kind of speaking of which, like Philip Stokes, before I got that book, I knew who he was because he writes a lot for this magazine, Philosophy Now. We do use this as supplemental material. Of course, we don't have a whole degree program based on their magazine. As you can see, that's what this is. But just want to put a plug in for them, though, if you enjoy philosophy. I certainly don't agree with everything that are in these magazines, but But there's some, good stuff. So nonetheless, to make you think if you enjoy philosophy. Of course, like we have like philosophy of religion. Should have mentioned that. Like we have like philosophy of religion, philosophy of science, philosophy of logic type classes. Then got a book here called The Philosopher's Handbook. Something we use in the undergraduate as a look at Western philosophy. Then a couple of other things here as well. You'll also take Bible classes and religion classes, like we have a book here. This would actually be a graduate level course, The Historical Jesus. This is about like ancient evidence for the life of Christ. And then like here, this is actually 3 volumes in one large book. I'll look at the world religions. This is an undergraduate, the primary undergraduate text for students that do religion. But also philosophy would go right along with that as well. Like this is for one about Hinduism, Buddhism, and Taoism. Then we also have in the other volume Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Books there that were compiled by Jack Miles. Then like we have Sacred Text of the World. Of course, this is actually something that we use as a graduate class, of course, for like comparative religion. This is a look at the sacred text of the world religions, but that would also go right along well with philosophy. And then kind of also like with philosophy of religion, basic Luther, Martin Luther as well. Of course, this is also in religion and biblical studies classes, but would also be good supplemental stuff to philosophy, like about talking about Martin Luther, one of the most well-known Protestant preachers ever. And so come on back and study with us. Just wanted to give you a shout to that. You might be wondering, well, how much does it cost? Absolutely nothing, literally. The only thing that I can't say absolutely nothing. You have to pay for the cost of books, but that's it. There's no tuition, no registration fees or nothing like I just told on a general promo that I did for all of Word Baptist Institute. I kind of thought about maybe like some Bible colleges that don't have tuition, they have students pay like once a semester, like a commitment fee, and I thought of something like that. But then the Lord said no. If people are committed, then they're going to study. So that's what we're going to do, amen. So email us to get started. Like I said, you can't beat it. Cost free, tuition free. A lot of what we have is you're going to see me teach. Then a lot of also what we have are going to be the more traditional type correspondence things, like where you would just buy the textbook and you would go through and have like a question bank, like where you answer questions and you write a paper about the book. But everything, though, being tuition cost free, you can't beat that. So come on back and study with us. I have support and things from churches where we're able to do this, and we thank the Lord for it. So you come on back and study with us. Like I said, email me to get started, and we hope to see you in class. Until that ever can the shadows flee away, I'm Dr. Coop, and I love you, and I appreciate you.